Welcome, one and all, on this Saturday, the 22nd of February 2020. Thank you awfully for joining me, and also I wish to thank everybody who watches my videos. Thank you very, very much. We are on the North Pier entrance, and this will represent my Sunday review introduction for the 23rd of February 2020. What an awful week of weather we've had in Blackpool, especially from Thursday to this morning Saturday. It's been quite bad. Virtual continuous rain all the time. At 11 o'clock this morning we have no rain but a very, very severe wind. Now this week's video will show our usual visits to the sites. Also there's a new cafe that's opened up, news about the flying handbag and Topping Street. So I do hope you enjoy this, and once again thank you all for watching. Thank you very much. I'll start the video now. Bye bye. Have just arrived in town and we are at the start of Topping Street. And a little surprise for me this morning. In front, a gang of all the contractors who will be working on this part of Topping Street this week. Now today, their task is that this area here that you're looking at, it is going to be planed. That's taking off the top surface, ready for a new tarmac surface. All are needed here to do this task. You can see necessary measurements all being taken. Now let's go and see if we can find where the big machinery is. Just moved up to the corner of Iceland and opposite the Washington Public House, and here we can see all the vehicles that will be needed to perform this task of this planing. We've seen these pieces of plant machinery in use many times in this huge project. So nice to get a close-up view of them while they are at rest. They are all in line and ready to go. There's some more here for you to see. We will move on now to another area, which will be Talbot Road itself. That sewer repair, it's all being filled in now. Now I was told that 14 metres down there is also a soil pipe. This in fact thought to be 200 years old. Now that to myself proved very interesting, that little bit of information about the soil pipe. Now these were found when the tram tracks were laid, which can be seen in my earlier videos on this project. Moving on now a few yards down Talbot Road, just outside the church now. Now what I'm going to show you now, this work started this morning. Now this is where the traffic lights and street lights will be controlled from, and they are inspecting this area this morning, making sure everything is ready for the connections. Just a couple of paces further on and we can see this lorry, which is in fact a vehicle from the construction firm themselves who are building the Premier Inn. And on it we can see it is carrying a load of white sandstone blocks. And at the rear of the build, you can see the gates are open, waiting for the arrival of that lorry. Not only that lorry, also this one, full of doors, waiting to be taken in to the build. First thing to be removed from this lorry is this very nice glass looking cabinet. And we'll see the forklift driver make his way into the build itself. Then the task of delivering all the doors into the building site itself. Moving on now. Have just found out it is half term this week. That's why this central pier and probably all the other piers are open. Half term. A few paces down and across the road you can see there all the scaffold up outside Sea Life. Sea Life is still open during all this work. And also across the road, 2 horses in their carriage await your journey. This seaside town never closes down. Thank you for joining me again the very next day, Tuesday the 18th, Abingdon Street, Talbot Road junction here. And a lot to explain along this road here. This has happened so very, very quickly. As you can see, the road has in fact received a planing. All this road which leads directly to Queen Street has been planed. Across the road you can see all the barriers, and also where I'm walking all the barriers are up as well. This road of Abingdon Street, which leads directly to Queen Street, you can see the library just in front there on the left. This will be closed until the middle of March, 4 weeks time. Just let you have a look at the big machinery here. Now across the road, that's the public library there. Now can you see that road in front of you that runs alongside the public library? Well, that is Queen Street, and that, as and from this morning and as and from now, will be closed for 6 weeks, subject to change. 2 big parts of the project here taking place now, Abingdon Street and Queen Street, must complete previous to the closure of Wilko's. No problems here, these teams can do it. A clearer view now of Queen Street, straight in front of you. We'll just let you see the arrival of another piece of plant machinery. And this sign will confirm the closure of the road until the 15th of March. We are now at the start of Topping Street, and you can see all the plant machinery here and all the gangs are waiting to lay the asphalt and the red chippings all along here, just 1 day after our last visit, yesterday Monday. All this has been planed off, and as said, all the gangs now are waiting all the necessary plant machinery to lay the asphalt and then they can level it all off and lay those red chippings. We will pass various pieces of plant machinery on our way around the side of the Iceland store. Quite a scene this morning at Topping Street. Right outside the Iceland store now, and just going to turn to my left. Yes, the work goes right on up here, and I'm just going to show you all those pieces of plant machinery. Regretfully, I missed this primer that was laid. This is laid previous to the asphalt. I very much regret missing that laying of the primer, but here we are. This is where it all takes place now. This is the asphalt actually being laid now. You can see it right in front of you. Now, this vehicle here is, I'm told, it is called a hopper, and this carries and will lay all those red chippings directly after the asphalt has been laid. Well, so we have seen the asphalt laid and also those red chippings spread all over the asphalt. Now, what is needed now is a large roller to come and press all those chippings into the asphalt. You can see a smaller roller in front just levelling something else off. And now in front, the very big white roller will press those red chippings into the asphalt. So we have seen the asphalt laid, the red chippings laid, and the roller pressing those chippings in. So that is how it's done. That is how to lay a road. I do thank you for staying with me and watching this, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much. And I would like to thank members of the gangs who helped me with the terminology of the plant machinery. Due to the rain, I am filming this under shelter. Would like to point out, even the road markings now are completed in this part of Topping Street. So in 3 days, this area here has a complete new road surface, including the road markings. Another cracking job. It looks really, really nice. At the end of this road up the top there is Blackpool North train station, and if I was to turn to my left, I would like to show you the new sign of the flying handbag. This is one of the little projects that I am covering, and I hope to have further news about this update and refit tomorrow. So here is a view of the wonderful signs just put up today, the flying handbag signs. And the van that manufactured it and fitted it, Parkinson signs. Topping Street now, just turning round, and I would like to show you the incredible progress made in one day. Have a look at this. They're right down halfway of Topping Street now. We'll walk you down the street now, and you will be able to see clearer all the progress made. And would you believe it started to rain again? Dear oh dear oh dear, it never stops. It's another day tomorrow though. Thank you for joining me today. Yes, incredibly, the rain has started again. I'll have to close the camcorder up. Hello everybody. Well, it's Saturday morning now, and we are on the promenade. What an awful day yesterday, Friday. It started to rain Thursday evening and continued right the way through until early Saturday morning. I thought you might like a view of the sea, and I'm so very pleased to be able to get out and it isn't raining. There is, however, a very, very fierce wind. I've just turned round now, and I'm going to take you for a view of the front of the Sands Venue Resort Hotel. Would like to point out that those cross members, the black ones, have all been painted, and they look nice and bold and clear and clean. Regretfully, I must move myself away from the seafront. The wind is very, very dangerous, so I'm now going to progress to our next venue, which is in the town, Topping Street. Here we are, right outside Iceland, and in front, that cage there, I think is an area for a traffic light. Also in front, you can see the two new no entry signs. And a quick view now of the progress of Topping Street. I have some news for you as we walk down this part of Topping Street. Please notice all the barriers that have been knocked down due to the wind. Now, the news I have is that this area was planned for trees. This will not happen down Topping Street because there's too many underground cables and pipes. So there'll be no trees down Topping Street due to this find. This was found due to the makings of the trial holes. The wind is still very, very fierce at the time of filming this. Have just reversed back to the Washington Public House. We are now going to Edward Street. Here we are, this is Edward Street. Please notice how nice this looks now after all the refurbishment that it met. New pavements, new road markings. Now I'm walking you down here because we have a new business that opened up yesterday. Yes, a new business opened up yesterday. Not this one across the road, Ansem, because we have seen this in the past. However, it is still a comparatively new business along this street of Edward Street. Now, this in front of you now is the rear of the old post office that in the near future will be turned in to a 104-roomed hotel. Very bright winter sunshine as well, along with a fierce wind. A strange mixture. Now we're just coming now to this new business which, as I said, opened up yesterday. It is a vegetarian cafe. Right in front of you now. And it is called Upside Down. A vegetarian cafe. And I wish them, along I'm sure with everybody else, all the very best of luck possible. That's where we have just left. Now I'm just going to quickly show you these two businesses that are now available to let. There's a cafe here straight in front of you, and next door an Italian restaurant. I thought you might like to see these two. Now only a matter of yards away is Blackpool's Conference Centre and Hotel, and now we can see some great progress. All the windows there right in front of you now, all in place. I think the first time we have seen this. Yes, rapid progress here. I'm now going to walk just down a little bit further to show you the view from another angle. A view from the other end of this build, and you can notice all those windows again. We now visit the Flying Handbag, where yesterday, Friday, saw the completion of this refurbishment. The contractors and all the tradesmen finished their duties here. The owners, the management and the staff all preparing now for their reopening. I'm advised that the opening date is Wednesday the 26th of February next week, and also a huge evening Friday the 28th of February. Would like to send all my best wishes to all those concerned for this event.